There was once a young man named Daniel who seemed to have everything together on the outside, but deep inside, he was trapped in an endless cycle of comparing himself to others. At school, when classmates won awards, he would quietly tell himself, "I'll never be as smart as them." At the gym, when he saw stronger men, he whispered in his heart, "I'll never look like that." And every night, when he scrolled through social media, he saw people traveling, smiling, celebrating success. With every photo, with every post, his confidence sank lower and lower. No matter what Daniel achieved, it never felt enough. Because his eyes were always fixed on someone else's life instead of his own. One afternoon, feeling tired and defeated, Daniel walked to the park and sat on a wooden bench. He stared at the ground, heavy with thoughts. An old man happened to sit beside him. With kind eyes, he looked at Daniel and asked gently, "Young man, what is troubling you?" Daniel hesitated, but then spoke with honesty. "I feel like I'm always behind. Everyone around me is doing better, smarter, richer, stronger, happier. I work hard, but I'll never catch up. What's the point of trying if I'll never be enough?" The old man listened quietly and then lifted his hand, pointing at the trees around them. "Tell me, what do you see?" he asked. Daniel looked up. "I see an oak tree, tall and strong, and over there, a cherry blossom, small, but covered in flowers." The old man nodded. "Me ask you this. Do you think the cherry blossom looks at the oak and says, 'I wish I were tall and strong like him'? Or do you think the oak looks at the cherry blossom and says, 'I wish I had flowers like her'?" Daniel gave a small laugh. "Of course not. They are just trees. They grow the way they're meant to." "Exactly," the old man said with a smile. "Each tree has its own purpose. The oak gives shade and strength. The cherry blossom gives beauty and color. Neither is better, neither is worse. They are simply different, and so are you. You were not born to be a copy of someone else. You were born to be yourself." That night, Daniel could not forget the old man's words. For the first time, he realized that comparison had stolen so much from him. It had stolen his joy, his peace, and his appreciation for the gifts he already had. He had been so busy looking at others that he never truly saw himself. The next morning, Daniel decided to make a change. He stopped following accounts on social media that only made him feel small. Instead of wishing for someone else's life, he began writing down things he was grateful for in his own. He celebrated small victories, like finishing a task, learning a skill, or helping a friend. Day by day, he discovered something he had buried long ago: his love for drawing. Daniel had always been creative, but he had abandoned it because he thought it wasn't as impressive as what others could do. When he picked up his pencil again, he felt alive, free, and fulfilled. Slowly, he began to understand a truth that changed his life. There will always be someone richer, someone stronger, someone smarter, but there will also be people who look at you and wish they had your life. Comparison is a thief. It steals joy, it steals gratitude, and it steals peace. The only person you should compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. From that day forward, Daniel stopped asking, "Why am I not like them?" and started asking, "How can I be a little better than I was before?" He realized that life is not a race against others, but a journey of becoming the best version of yourself. And so, if you ever find yourself comparing, remember Daniel's story. Remember the oak and the cherry blossom. You are not meant to be someone else's shadow. You are not meant to be a copy. You are meant to shine in your own light. Stop comparing, start living, and accept who you truly are.